why social media is so important, right? Content is so important. So as I mentioned, I am Stars Tina, and today it's all about mindset. And I was just curious, what are your thoughts when you think of things? Today, this whole conversation is going to revolve around mind and body because that's what I'm really working on these past few weeks. Something that I've been developing for years that I didn't even know. I was stuck for years. And I just want to share briefly my story if you didn't know. Fitness is my passion, guys. I absolutely love fitness. I kind of fell into it. I'm not going to say I fell into it. I was over 200 pounds, overweight, not really satisfied with where I was when I looked in the mirror. And I just had that aha moment. We all have that aha moment, right? When it comes to fitness. And for me, it was my mother saying, Tina, you look like you're getting fat. And then I started taking classes. I loved the classes. I got super excited. Then I started teaching. But years down the line, after I started teaching, I realized it was more than just to look good in the mirror. It was more than just to feel confident. I did it because my father died at 49 years old. And if anyone in here has a family member who's passed away, or maybe you have a family member who has high blood pressure, cholesterol, they're obese, they have all these things going on in their life that can be changed through health and wellness, you kind of know what I feel like. So I feel that is why I'm so passionate about being in the fitness industry. And that's this program that I came up with, Mind and Body Transformation Program. I'm a life coach as well, guys. But what I do is I use all the traumatides, that's a word I made up, trauma and tragedies, put them together, and I turn the horrible things, a mess, turn them into a message. You've heard that, right? I turn those into great, wonderful things for my life. For example, my father's death, I turned that around to support other women. So the Mind and Body Transformation Program, ideally in a wonderful world, it's 12 weeks. And I asked Renee to come because she actually did it, and I didn't even realize I was doing it with her. But before we get into that, let's talk about mindsets, okay? I actually looked it up because I like to have like true definitions to see what does a dictionary say. And when they talked about mindset, they said the established set of attitudes held by someone. When I think of mindset, I think of attitude, energy. If anyone on stage would just like to unmic and share their thoughts of what they think of when they think of the word mindset, I would love to hear that. Just unmic. What do you think of? Go ahead, Debbie.
Your thoughts.
Your thoughts. Anyone else? What do you think of when you think of mindset?
I think of strength, a whole new change, evolving to the next level and living out your best life and changing mind, body, and spirit.
Yes. Who is saying those wonderful words? Who was that? Truly? Who was that? I don't have my glasses on. I don't know who was saying it. Truly, yes, Truly. I love that. And look at her photo. Okay, come through, Mama. Anyone else want to share their thoughts of when they think of mindset? Go for it.
When I think of mindset, I think of mindset matters, and it's about really reprogramming, retraining your brain so that you can have success and courage, confidence, and clarity in this life. And when you do that, you become unstoppable.
Yes! Do you guys hear her? That's going to be my future coach. I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. She is a health professional life business coach, whatever you want to call it. Guys, that's what's so great about being a part of the Mom Link. This week, I was having a little off week, and I was talking to Carol, and she's like, you want to chat? And she chatted with me, and guys, everything she just said here about the mindset and the shift, and she reminded me, and I'm putting it up, and if you're looking at me on YouTube right now, I've got my Glenn Lundy. I did it, Carol, just for you. My Morning 5 2022 planner. You know, does that help with your mindset at all, Carol?
Oh, yes. Listen, let me just have a quick story. 5 years ago, Glenn Lundy said, if you change your morning routine, you'll change your life. And my life doesn't look anything like it did 5 years ago. You got to do the simple steps on a day in and day out, consistently, discipline, and life will change for you.
Yes, and I think mostly everyone that's in here, they are a part of Breakfast with Champions. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you're like, what is she talking about? Well, I'm on Clubhouse right now. This is a social media app. If you're not on it, you need to get on it right now. Breakfast with Champions is the number one, the best morning show here on Clubhouse. They're there Monday through Saturday. I love it, guys. It's, as Carol said, it has changed my life. If you change the way you move in the morning, you're going to change your mindset as well. So does anyone else want to share anything else about mindset before I go on to the next topic here?
I'm going to add the word forgiveness because when we're going through these phases, we can't be beating ourselves up. And I'm saying we, but I mean me. I've go of being hard on myself and just staying focused on my goal of redefining what needs to change and just being okay with it and giving myself permission to be imperfect and just saying it's okay, just keep at it, you're going to get it, and that's it. So forgiveness is the one word I have to add.
I love that, forgiveness, and I'm freaking right now because I usually have a rock and it says grace on it. And when I think of forgiveness, I think of grace. As women, as a black woman about to be 50, oh, a lot of mercy. I have to give myself a lot of grace when it comes with my attitude, my money, my energy, my food intake, my everything, my fitness. And I want to welcome Cynthia, Shakita, Shanta, Michelle, and Jennifer for coming to this space for the first time because I see some stars in the chat. If you guys want to write in the chat something that you think of when you think of too much back noise to chat today. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Michelle. Michelle can't chat with us. All right, guys. So today we're talking about mind and body transformation. And the goal by this, not the goal, one of the goals is I want you to join my program. It's that simple. I have a 12-week mind and body transformation program. And what it does so many things. I didn't even realize it till I did. You might have gotten a text from me today saying, what are some of your goals and why are they your goals? To some of my clients. And I got things like they want to lose weight. They want to look sexy. They want to feel confident. They want to look good in 2-piece bathing suits. They want to lower their cholesterol. They want to stop taking pain medicine. These are all reasons why people want to lose weight or get more fit. But it starts with the mindset. All right, second thing, guys, all about the habits. And then we're going to take a vote to see who's winning, mindset or habits. When I look up habits, a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Woo! That sounded like health right there, right? What habits are we continually doing that we think we can't change? If someone says, oh, I'm not a morning person, I can't get up in the morning, guess what, guys? Not true, because if you want something bad enough, you will do it. All right, can I see the emojis of the fist, like I am strong, in the chat? If you've ever heard of Eric Thomas, he does a little saying, and he's actually been known for this. Let me see the fist in there. If you've heard, you have to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And he was talking about being successful, and he went to this guru, and he told the guru, I want to be successful. And the guru said, meet me at the beach at 5 o'clock in the morning. And he got there, and he said, I want you to walk out. And he kept having him walk out and walk out. And long story short, he kept dunking his head under the water and dunking his head. And he's like, I want to be successful. I don't want to swim. And he says, when you want to succeed, as bad as you want to breathe, you will become successful, guys. You have to need it, feel it, embrace it. And if you have not heard of it, guys, Eric Thomas, you got to look him up. It's just powerful. Alrighty, mindset is a collection of your attitudes and beliefs. I like that, Kiki. Come through. I see Pam in the building. All right, Unmike, give me your thoughts on that word habits. What do you think of when you think of habits? I would love to hear.
Something that you do regularly, but it may not be good for you, and it may be perfectly good for you. For instance, like watching TV for hours upon hours. That's really not a good thing to do. So breaking that habit for some people is hard.
Gotcha. And I love playing devil's advocate. I agree with you 1,000%. But who says watching TV isn't a good thing for hours and hours? What if you're watching documentaries or I don't know. I'm just thinking, I love playing devil's advocate, even though I agree with you. Anyone want to chime in on that, playing devil's advocate of how watching TV can be good for you?
Watching TV for hours and hours and hours may not be good for you.
Well, that's 3 hours, right? Hours and hours and hours. It's only 3 hours.
Talking about you spending your time information unless that's your job.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I agree with her. Who was saying that? Was that Denise? See, I know your voice, Mama. Hey, yeah, I agree with you. If it's mindless,
whatever we do and we use our time wisely, and whatever TV, whatever we doing it wisely, will contribute a lot to your knowledge if you're doing it, wisely.
Yes. Love it. I see Pam is in the building. Alrighty, guys. So today we're talking about mind and body, the difference between mindset and habits, because that's a lot of how my program works. It's a 12-week program, and it's for women who feel like they're stuck and they need to get unstuck. And I did bring a special guest today because I didn't realize that she went through this program, even though I trained her. I'm going to have her share if she's able to unmic. Renee, this is now, I've known her a little over a year, but if you'd like to unmic and share your story, we would love to hear.
Sure. Hi, everybody again. So what happened was, my journey started in 2021, but what had happened was after many years of watching family members make not healthy decisions that ended up causing irreparable damage. And after many years of going through my own issues, I decided I did not want that life for myself, and I knew what it was doing to me to have to watch the family members go through it. So I definitely did not want that for my own children. So I decided that I was doing this on my own at the time. I was going to start doing spin, which I was going multiple times a day and only seeing minimal results at best until Tina, I happened to start going to a studio that she was teaching at, and I started attending her classes specifically. And one day she walked over and offered me some tips. She was the only one who, after months of me going there, had offered me the tips, and I was so grateful because whatever she told me, I started doing, and it helped. So I reached out to her to say thank you and how much I appreciated it. It meant a lot to me that I mattered to somebody, right? And so she responded back and told me about Elite Stars and said, if you do all of, the things that I'm going to tell you about, which involved mindset, the nutrition work, and the fitness, you'll see results. And she said, we'll start. This was in August, I believe. She said, we'll start in September. But I was so excited that I went out and I got all of the stuff that she had said, and I sent her a picture, and she said, if you're that serious, we'll go ahead and start now. So we did, and I started using her protein, all of the things that she had available to me, like from the Arbonne, coupled with all of the things that she did through Elite Stars. And in, let me see, I think it was 60 days, I was that 60 pounds, and I went down to, depending on the clothing size or the style, I went down between 8 and 10 clothing sizes, from a size 12 to a size 2 or 4, depending on the size. But that's just the aesthetics of it. What I say over and over, and just because of my past, and I know where all the tragedies that I've endured, is the mindset work. I cannot stress that enough. It's not just about the look of your body, it's the health of your mind and the things that I now am empowered to do that never before did I dream. I just existed, right? I was happy. I thought I was happy, but I never knew. You don't know what you don't know. And it's a lifelong journey now. And I never have looked at any of this as as something I had to do. It's something I embrace, and I will do it for the rest of my life. So.
Thank you so much for sharing, Renee. And guys, I want to share something else about Renee. Renee used to be really small. I looked at a picture of her when she was younger. She was like 80 something pounds, 90 something pounds. And it's amazing how the body works. It's like her body is morphing back to what it originally was. Where like now I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, her appetite is changed. And it's just, again, the whole mindset. So when you join with a community, and I'm going to tap this into the Mom Link right here, because in the Mom Link, we are a family of women, and I've never met anyone, any company like this. It's just so organic, so natural. And we have different fitness instructors as well, and connecting with them has taught me different things. The program that I'm supporting right now, that I'm building, the thing I love about it is it can be either in groups or individual. And I realized this today. I have people that have an online fitness boutique studio. And by the way, to let you know, as Renee said, when she started, she was just exercising all the time. And now she teaches a beginner class. So I have an online fitness boutique studio. There's over 20 classes. We have about 7 different instructors. And we have a new one, Camille, who is with the Mom Link, who's jumping on as well. But the point of this whole story is when you connect with other women, especially in Mom Link, it's just so organic and so natural. I wanted to talk about the challenges that we come across when we don't have community, when we don't have that accountability. And that's where individual work comes into play. I got a brain freeze, guys. I got it back. Sorry. So I was saying I have group sessions and one-on-one. So I had this client and she was taking our classes, but she wasn't showing up. She would just pay every month. And for me, it's not about the money. Yes, I do want to make money, but at the end of the day, I want everyone to be fit, to be healthy. If you're paying me, I want you to get your money's worth. So I noticed it was the first month, I didn't see her. I hit her up. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, well, I don't really feel the community. Mind you, we have so many things we do for community. And she lives near me. And I've set things up. And then another month went by. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Long story short, I felt bad. So I said, let me give you some personal one-on-one sessions. So we met one time and she's like, oh my God. Okay, she didn't say it like that. She's not as motivated as I am. But if she did, she would have said, oh my God, Tina, I want to do one-on-one with you. But she texted to me and she says, I prefer one-on-one coaching. The point of this story is you have to figure out what it is that you need. If you need that one-on-one person or if you need that group coaching. I would love to hear anyone's thoughts. I have another person I saw come up here that I'm probably going to pick with when it comes to transformation, transforming your mind or your body. What are some things that you have done? I would love to hear from my mods because we have a lot of coaches here, guys. That's what's so great about the Mom Link. Pam or Carol, would you guys like to share some of the things that you do with your clients to help transform their mind or body or soul? Someone unmiked. I see Pam.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Sorry,
Hey.
I was trying to do something. I got caught between some strings, and I'm like trying to run to the phone to answer it.
I have to cut you off. I'm sorry. You know I have ADD. Guys, this lady right here, Pam, if you are not following Pam, let me tell you. First of all, she is a godsend. She did a room with me the other day on Clubhouse, and I didn't even get to listen to your message yet, Pam. It's like having a tribe like this, guys. I cannot describe how amazing it is. Someone put out a fire engine, like one of those when a thing happened in Batman, they put help me out, someone. They put that torch out. It wasn't a torch, that light when there was trouble. Anyone know? In the back. The SOS.
Bat signal.
Yes,
SOS.
yes. Shelly threw out a bat signal. And, and she's like, Tina needs some mods. So Pam's like, I'll come. And Pam, that day I was talking about story. What stories are you telling yourself and are they true? And guys, she impressed me. And it is very hard to impress me. I say that to say, if you're looking for a coach that can get you to the next level, this Pam. All right, Pam, go ahead, share your thoughts, Mama.
Oh, Tina, thank you so much. So what I do with my clients is one of the very first things, and we were talking about habits. And so one of the first things I ask them is, what is your motive? Because our motive and what we do makes all the difference. And once they can identify their motive, my question then is, okay, so how do you feel about it? What is, where's your mind and where's your emotions at with it? And I have them write them down. And one of the things I do is I have an emotion list because we only think of maybe 4 emotions: mad, sad, bad, and angry. And so I have them identify how are they feeling about this habit that they're trying to create or whatever their motive is or whatever they're thinking of. And then identify what is your thoughts around that? Where does your mind go? And then I have them trace that back to a core belief that maybe they have, because often there's especially if they're having a hard time reaching a goal or doing something they really feel like they want to do, a lot of times there's a core belief that's there that is keeping them from being able to do that, and they're not even really aware of it. And then we investigate a little bit, why is that there, how did it get there? And then of course that's maybe a little bit deeper, but definitely being able to be aware. I think that we live in the subconscious so much that we're just not aware of what's going on with us or what our motive is or why are we doing something. So I will yield the mic.
I'm going to write that down, guys. I love that. Just to recap, I wrote down emotion, but you said to figure out why and then the emotion behind. Is that correct, Pam?
That is correct. Yep.
Love that, love that, love that. Guys, today we're talking about mind and body transformations. And this has to do not only with your fitness, but also your money and your relationships and your sensuality and everything along with that. We're halfway through this episode, this segment. So I want us to do a quick little reset. Let's see. Angeline, are you
want me to share too?
Yes. I want to reset.
Yeah.
I want to reset first so we can get some more people
Okay.
in this room because you're amazing and I want people to hear it. So Shelly or Debbie, can you guys reset? Angeline, can you reset the room? Okay, maybe they can't. That's okay. I'll do the reset. Guys, you are in the mom link. Yes, here on Clubhouse if you haven't already. Click the greenhouse at the top. Follow the club. Today we're talking about why are we stuck? Is it your mindset? Is it your habits? And I'm talking about my mind and body transformation program, which will work for your fitness, for your finances, for your everything you can. Right now, we have our lovely moderators giving their tips and advice in regards to getting unstuck. We're at 23 shares. I would love for each and every one of us to give another share in that hallway. Not only do we want to give some shares, guys, but you also bat signal. Thank you, Jennifer. She got it right. We also want to share in the hallways besides that, but inviting people. Click that invite button and then start clicking that link right there because the tips, knowledge, and bits of advice that we're getting today, guys, are going to be life-changing and can change lives. So I'm going to keep clicking. I want you to keep clicking until it turns red. Are you red yet? I don't think so because I'm not red. You're clicking invite. I'm still clicking invite. All right, mine just turned red, so I can't invite anymore. All right, Carol is up now. Carol, can you share with us some things that you share with your clients? Welcome, Flower.
Yes, I'd love to. Well, first of all, I find out their GPS. And how I do that is I ask
You said
them,
GPS. Are you talking about driving?
Well, yeah, how they're driving. How they're driving their life. So I ask them, what is one thing that you think about maybe in the 7 days about, all the negative things you might say? And then I'll say, what are some of the things you're thinking about maybe at least once a week about the positive things? And what I find is it's a lot easier for them to think about the negative things, not so easy to think about the positive things. However, this gives me a roadmap on where they are at emotionally and how they're thinking about it. And it really, in that first session, it really brings awareness to them of, like, oh my gosh, I'm not thinking very good about myself. So that really helps me guide the whole course. And I just love that. I love doing it. Like I had a training with Tony Robbins and he taught me that. I thought that was really key in helping me really get that GPS for that client so we can get on our way a little quicker and a little faster because we can narrow it down to really what's going on. A lot of times they say things very similar in some of those. I asked 10 on each side, and it's been really, really helpful for my clients. And that is it.
Now, if you had to choose mindset or habits, which would you say helps get you unstuck? Habits.
No question about it. Habits. It's happened in my own life. Habits are the key.
Pam, what would you say? I forgot to ask you. Habits or mindset?
Well, that's a little bit of a trick question because in order to change habits, you have to change your mindset. So changing your mindset, then your habits change too. So, I think it could be, I'm kind of with, in the same realm though too, that you really do need to figure out where the person is. because wherever they are is where you need to start.
May I add to this?
Yep. We got to get an answer. I'll tell you, I said both. What's your answer, Pam, before we go to the next person?
Oh, you want a solid answer?
Okay, or you can say both. Yes, no, or both.
Okay, let's say both.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, who spoke next? I heard someone. Go ahead on mic.
Truly, I just want to say, for me, what I've learned working, I do a group with the ladies every Wednesday, and they all come in from all different walks of life. And one of the things I share with them as when we do our one-on-ones is that it's important for us to separate ourselves from others. Sometimes when we're in this space, we group together, we're talking, we can sometimes confuse worrying about I worry about what you come in with the prophetic, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I do this, I do that. And so I think it's the mindset is although they can be collective in the time, but at the start of us trying to heal and get past some things, I think mindset play a strong positive start because first you have to get to that place where you're not worrying about nothing else at this point. You're worrying about only you, and it's a fresh start. So for me, habits can sometimes make it difficult because all of like again we're coming from all walks of life, different stories and shares. But I try to get my young ladies into the work with them with the mindset change of knowing let me stay focused on me. Let me stay focused on what I need to do. And so that's my take.
Thank you. So your final answer is mindset?
Absolutely.
That is truly. I'm going to read what we have in the chat, and you guys can always add in the chat if you're not able to speak. But I would love to hear your voice more than anything. In here, Kiki, I'm a mental health professional. You don't have to think about your habits. Ooh, I like that. Kiki girl, are you able to talk? Where's Kiki? Kiki, are you here? Something. You guys know that song, right? Kiki might have left, but anyway, she left us some good nuggets, guys. Let me read Kiki's nuggets. Mindset is a collection of your attitudes and beliefs. What you engage is created by your actions, which becomes your routine. Love it. There's positive and negative habits. We know that. Yep, you're operating on autopilot. Love everything she has to say. You can get a business idea watching TV. I agree, Jen. Purposeful habits. Yes, Georgina, purposeful habits. So I help people with this while addressing oh my gosh, we get into mental health. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother day. Miss Nonya, you can multitask, like ride your exercise bike and floss while watching TV. Hey, I like that one right there. Georgina, practice until you master and create space to move towards your future set of goals. I love that, Georgina, because that's how I actually came up with this program, is I mastered it for myself, kept going on in all different ways, and then changed it to other people. And Flower, mindset, get your mind right and your life will follow. Habits will change. Flower, you need to come up and speak about that, girl. All right, anyone else want to share their thoughts on this topic? On mic.
I will, Tina. And just, it seems simple, but it's not, and it's funny. Some of the most challenging things in my life are the easiest things. But I am restructuring, reorganizing, and it's been all about my mindset. My mindset makes my habits easier, but I've had to put pen to paper and open that journal and create a calendar and say, okay, what habits have I had that I need to discard? And I'm putting myself on a regimen. And for right now, I'm going to have to babysit my schedule. I'm going to babysit my plans for my discipline, and I know it'll take over. But what's going to keep me on task is taking care of my mindset. That's where it is. The discipline, the habits will come naturally because it is my mind driving that will and demand. That's what I have to say about it.
I love that, Shelley. And I also want to add, I was listening to BWC this morning, and David Meltzer, someone was speaking about something, and he said sometimes you have to lower your standards. That may have not been his exact words, but as he said it, it made a lot of sense, because sometimes there's nothing wrong with having big goals or big dreams, but you have to take them bite size at a time. So that's just something he mentioned. Someone want to tap into that?
Like that, if it's okay. So I don't know, it was maybe 5 years ago. No, it was longer. I didn't have the baby yet. And I went on an interview for a job. And the woman, I was telling her what some of my responsibilities were, and she recommended that I start over in an entry-level position. And my ego kicked in, and I'm like, entry level, I'm boardroom executive. I'm saying all this stuff in my head. I start companies, I shift companies, whole egotistical song. But you know what? She was right. I was starting over, and I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't want to admit it, but I would have gotten further faster if I had broken up with my ego and got back to basics in a reboot. And sometimes we gotta do that.
I love that. Leave the ego at the door. And I notice when it comes to fitness, a lot of women, especially older women, when I say older, I mean over 40, who may have been athletes back in the day, they come in with these wonderful, well, I used to be able to do a mile in 7 minutes and I would do this in high school, and they come back at 40 and haven't exercised in over 20 years and eat like crap and expecting these amazing results. But you have to take it down a little bit and then eventually build up to that. So I like that. Guys, we're talking about mindset and habits, getting unstuck. You can contact me if you want a discovery call so we can talk into this deeply, or you can click the link. Okay, the link's not there. Go to my Instagram and I'll show you information for my program. But if anyone else would like to share their thoughts on mindset or habits, which do they think it is? I see health. Oh, watch out, guys. Here, health, why aren't you showing your face on my YouTube? I saw you here. Why don't you come back so we can see your face, girl?
I was trying to chime in while I was filing, but leaving the school now. But listen, y'all, I see the mindset as like a radio station, and you get to choose what you're going to broadcast. Which habits are you going to broadcast? Woo! Listen, you're going to either broadcast good or you're going to broadcast the ratchet. But which one? You get to choose. Which habits? Are you going to broadcast the habits that are serving you versus the habits that are not serving you for this present moment? And I can't tell you, Tina, I can second what you say about people who used to be former athletes and people who used to maybe train and all this stuff. You got a different body, boo, every 7 years. It's a new you, new hormone response, all of that. So what are you going to tune to? That's that mindset, and I believe in heart set. So you choose what habits you're going to broadcast. You can't keep broadcasting the habits that you had at 21, 25, 30, 35. Like, it changes. You have to evolve with it. Your mindset has to evolve with it, along with your habits. This is Shantae with the Flair.
Girl, you got me laughing. I'm not finished with you. Heart set. Talk about that, because I've heard people talking about that lately too. Talk to me.
So, like, think about it. Like, there are days that everybody under the sound of my voice, have you been through, like, school here, maybe in America, and you had days where you feel like going? Anybody? Can somebody
yes,
say
yes,
no?
yes, yes.
Oh, yes, right? But is it fair to say that most of us eventually finished high school, got that diploma?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because it became an automatic thing. Like, first it was in the mind, but once it gets into the heart help you go ahead and press past that. See, I don't feel like walking every day. I don't feel like drinking enough water every day, Tina. But guess what? Because it's in my heart set, it's a part of my heart set, it's easier for me to go ahead and continue on when my mind has left me. Because Thursday morning, Tina, listen, my mindset is I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody. Just like David Goggins says, he hates to run. He don't feel like doing the stuff he's doing, but it's in his heart set, meaning it's went past his mind, so it's been there long enough to where it's reached his heart. So now that heart set is that thing, I call it that second wind. That's what's going to get you through those moments when your mind done quit on you, when that motivation done wore off of you, that inspiration ain't necessarily there, but you got that heart set. That's your second wind. That's that heart. That was the difference between Michael Jordan and others. That was the difference between Ray Allen, one of the best, shooting guards of all time. It was that heart set. It was the heart set.
For him to do what he did and he was over 40, Tom Brady, shout out to Gen X. Tom Brady is literally 2 months older than me. And he's still crushing it. So I'm just saying, it's a heart set. It's deeper than the mindset. The mindset is the start, but the heart set is that finisher. I'm Shantae with the Clear Baby.
Oh, are you guys feeling that? Okay, Renee, we got to add a heart set to a pillar. I'm making another pillar because of you, Health.
I was thinking the same thing. That's amazing.
Guys, this is what happens when you join Moms on Fire. I purposely wanted to share with you guys what I get every day. Christina, that's our chapter president, she leads us in the morning with this beautiful devotional. Okay, I gotta admit, sometimes I don't read it. I forward it to my other group, but it's great. Some mornings I need it, some mornings I don't. But when I have a question, a thought, a concern, I want to cry, I want to laugh, I have, right now, I think we have 20-something people in our that I can tap into. I love it. I love it. Ash, I know you wanted to jump in when she was talking about heart set with discipline. What do you have to say about the topic? Oh, 1 second. So if you had to choose one, Health, or all three, would it be mindset, heart, habits? Which would it be?
I think I'd have to start with the mind because the other two I can't get to without my mind first being in it. The mind is step one. So, but I really need all three. But if I got to choose one with a gun to my head, I'm going to start with mine.
Girl, guys, let me tell you, when I first met this girl, so a lot of people, can I talk about our first conversation?
Yes, tell them about my test. I put everybody through.
Okay, guys. So a lot of people say women can't get along, right? They're catty, and Shelly's here with me too. So we're in our chat, and there's certain words I don't like to use, and one of them is try and busy. Like those irk the like they're screaming. And Christina was like, I know you guys are busy. And I was like, I invite you, I don't tell you what to do, to not say the word busy because blah, 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 whatever my reason was. And then Health comes in. This is all through chat. And she's like, well, when I think of busy, blah, blah, she wrote it in the chat. And then she had the nerve to side channel me in the back, like a private message, me and her. So we're going back and forth, pulling out different dictionaries, different Wikipedias of what busy means. I'm like, I don't know about that lady. I don't know what her problem is. And then Health stopped talking for like a week. I stopped talking in the chat. But long story short, she's amazing, guys. I love her like cook food. And yeah, Health, you want to share with your part of the story?
That's absolutely true. She called me on the week. I be tripping sometimes, y'all. I'll be honest. I be tripping. These kids be getting on your nerves sometimes. I'm just keeping it 100. They do. So, but I know how to apologize and be on. See, I love you. See, we have just a little bit of, that shows you I love you. And I show up for you.
Yep. Boy, does she show. Yes. And guys, she also has a program. If you want to put it at the top, Health, because I'm about to get off of YouTube. Well, 3 people are watching me here. Hey, 3 people on YouTube. Health, if you want to put your link at the top, guys, because it's all about collaboration, right? And Health, I did go on your site and try to buy it. I said try. She has a program. She's got a great discount. Health, you want to talk about it real quick before we continue? Are you able to?
Ooh, I'm walking with boxes in my hand. I wish somebody could put my link up really quick.
Can you talk about it?
I sure can. Okay, so, by the end of today, if you guys use the code BWC on the link that someone else will share for me, please and thank you. Angeline made us a flyer. I am doing a big energy masterclass, the first in the series in honor of my grandmother on October the 27th. And not only that, all the registration fees are going to go specifically 100% for Books in the Hood. So every person that registers, so let's say, for instance, if you use the discount code, that $4.27, that's going to be 4 books that you help us put in the hood on December the 3rd. We are going to distribute 1,000 books. So I really hope and pray that you guys, even if you can't make it, you will get the replays and all the resources that I will be offering. It is going to, excuse my French, it's going to be a kick-ass class. Because when I tell you I'm bringing that heat, I'm going to help you uncover Judas and where he's stealing your energy from, hidden ways, and I'm also going to provide you guys with 7 practical tips that you haven't heard before on how you can increase your energy, endurance, and stamina naturally. So, that link up there, it's big energy masterclass, and then I'm doing a remix on November the 27th, 4:27 p.m. So, I hope that you guys will help
yourselves by helping us reach our goal with Books in the Hood, because that's where the proceeds are going from these master classes, is 100% to Books in the Hood. So help us put 1,000 books in the hood. Thank you so very much. And you can use the BWC code. After today, you can use the Moms on Fire MOF code, and you'll be able to take 50% off. But the 90% off ends today. Thank you.
So is it all capital letters for 90% off BWC?
Either or. It's not case sensitive.
Okay, discount code, guys, BWC. Let's lock into that right now. I tried to go in last night, but I'm going to do it. Guys, that's what it's about, collaborating. I love it. So now we have to add something with Heartset. Ashley, did you want to tap into the conversation? Because I know how you were screaming about discipline the other day. What are your thoughts on it?
Discipline, destiny, those are my favorite words. Before I get started, I would like to say thank you for bringing me on the stage. I am very electrifying, and when it comes down to the discipline and destiny, make sure you involve it as well. Don't get stuck in that one mindset of, I want to make $100 today. Nah, it's time to be disciplined and make that $100,000 today. Boom! That is my signature line right there. And, like Tina said, it's all about that collaboration. I see a few people on this stage right now, that I just feel their energy, and I feel like I could collaborate with them really well. And I have with some already on this stage, like truly phenomenal. And stars Tina and Cynthia, yes indeed. And now I'm liking health. We need to talk, Queen, because you got that mindset. You have that product. I feel like I can collaborate with you with my healthy soaps. So let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for inviting me on the stage. I gotta go. The dog is trying to run away.
I love it. So guys, listen, I heard her talking about healthy soaps. I don't know if anyone on here is able to share. So the great thing about the Mom Link, guys, Mom Link is a big, huge chapter of company. Founders are Gina, Nicole, and Crystal. We actually had an event this weekend. Yes, I want you to speak on a second. I'll tell you when. We had an event this weekend at their house, and guys, let me tell you, I was talking to my daughter. My daughter's always hanging out with celebrities and these fancy. She actually went to Drake's house once, if you can believe that. But anyway, I said to my daughter, I felt like I was at a party with you. Guys, the house was gorgeous. So that's the main hoop is the Mom Link. And they decided to have different chapters. And our chapter is actually called Moms on Fire. And we're collabing so much just to build our business. And Christina came up with this idea where we're doing, Christina, go, the holiday thing. Because I know there's people out there who have products and may want to come or buy or support or whatever. You want to talk about it, Christina?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, you guys, we are having a holiday. Okay, we're coming up with the name today. We're voting on the name, but it's going to be a holiday shopping experience for everybody. Everybody in the room is invited. So make sure you get in contact with everybody on the stage, somebody on the stage with the green bean, so that you'll get the flyer when it's made. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be like a Christmas holiday open house, and we're going to have music. We're going to have Christmas music. We're going to have prize giveaways. Each individual will give away a prize. And we have about 20 people that will be giving away prizes, one each. So if you're in the room, make sure you stay connected so that you can get an invite to the holiday shopping experience. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tina's going to be on the music. We're going to have, like I said, prize giveaways, and we are going to be telling you about our products and services. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Believe me, it will be. I do this every year with another group that I'm with, and it is off the chain. So we want you there as well. It will be on Zoom. And don't miss it. That's all I have to say. Don't miss it. Thank you. Tina, are you ready?
Thank you, Christina. Let me know when you're
ready for me to discuss the other thing.
Definitely. So, guys, as we're chatting here, I'm just bragging. I'm just loving on my Mom Link, Moms on Fire so much. And if it's, if you're watching and listening and like, what is this about? I was just like you when I came through. But they gave me so much value. I'm going to change the link at the top. Renee, if you're able to. The reason I actually joined was because they gave to me before I even knew them, before they knew anything about me. For example, if you didn't know, I told you my story a little bit. I'm doing a sneaker drive this year. My son was tragically murdered. It's going to be 7 years soon. And this would have been his 10th year out of high school. He was an extremely successful entrepreneur. He had a sneaker boutique store in Rahway, New Jersey. So I decided, well, you know what, Tina, I want to do something great for my birthday, turning 50, and I want to honor him the same way. So I decided to do a sneaker drive. Shelly, this amazing lady right here, Shelly, give us your title again of what you do, because it's more than websites. If you can unmic and share, Shelly. Shelly made this website for me, guys.
I was trying to sign up with help, but I'm not. Let's just leave it at that. I build smart websites, and that's a whole conversation we don't have time for.
Gotcha. She builds smart websites, guys, which means they have virtual assistants and all that good stuff. And she made this site at the top as a surprise for me to make it look a lot better, because I had a bunch of little Canva posts, mail your sneakers here, mail your sneakers there. It originally was 100 pairs that I decided to do. I just kind of threw that number out of the air. And that's why it's so important to have an amazing tribe, guys. I always say your vibe is your tribe. Do you feel the vibration in this room? Do you feel the energy? Do you feel the love? Do you feel the light? It is here, guys. And I got super scared in the beginning when I was like, 100 pairs of sneakers? How am I going to do that? And then I found the school. The name of the school is the Wainina Children's Foundation in Nigeria. And I want to thank everyone who supported. And I did a live with them on YouTube. While we were doing the live, the lights actually went out, and he told me how many students they had. He said they had over 200 students. And I was like, well, I can't give 100. Actually, Shelly told me this. She's like, you got to get 300 pairs, Tina. And I was like, how in the world am I getting 300 pairs of sneakers? She's like, don't worry about it. Just do it. And then I guess because she made the website. And what's so great about this website, guys, she has it designed where if you don't have sneakers to donate, she has it connected to Amazon, and she's so great. She's actually collecting the sneakers for me in New Jersey. So you can actually go to Amazon, buy a pair of sneakers, sizes 3 to 7 because they're little kids, or you can just donate because, again, as entrepreneurs, a lot of us tend to think really big. Guys, time to move your body. I need everyone to unmic. If you're on the stage, unmic and repeat after me. Oh, no, don't repeat. You're going to say times 10. I'm going to say, think big. You're going to unmic and say times 10. Think big! One more time. Energy, think big. Yes, that's what we do here, guys. When you come to Moms on Fire, we are going to ignite that fire inside of you so everything you ever thought about, you will achieve. So I thought big, think big times 10. If you're looking at me on YouTube, this right here is a bookmark that I made. My son had different sayings he would say to different people to motivate them because low-key he wanted to be a motivational speaker as well. So I came up with this thing. It's called 10 creeds, 10 different things that he said to people around him. And I'm going to say them to you guys just because they're pretty good. I will be legit. I will be a man of my word. I will do the right thing. I will have good customer service. I will present myself correctly. I will respect my money. I will take care of my family. I will strive to do better. I would do things on time. I will make smart decisions. Those are things that he told his friends and peers around him when it came to business. So I'm getting that made into a bookmark, giving that to the children as well. And then I'm also getting these cute little bags. So that's in addition. Why? Because Tina's always thinking big times 10. And if you have already, thank you. You can just click the link at the top, $5, $10, it doesn't matter. We're getting super close to our goal. I think we're like 30 or 40 sneakers away from the actual amount of sneakers and about $3,000 away from the actual money goal. Today, guys, we're talking about, is it mindset or is it habits? And now we got to add the heart in there because health is telling us how Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these amazing people, they had that heart because it comes from the mind to the heart to the body to your habits. Hey, guys. Kim, Cynthia, would you like to share with us, guys? This is another person. The power of community. Let me tell you guys, I met this woman probably 4 months ago on an app. I do a room in here, 8 a.m. cup of motivation. And she was always in the bottom garden, just down there. And then she'd raise her hand and come up every now and again. And I remember her saying once she felt that she didn't feel, you know what? I'm not going to put words in her mouth. Cynthia, are you able to unmic and share your story really quick, Mama? How the Mind and Body Transformation Program worked for you?
Yes. Hey, future mom, family. Hey, future. Hey. How it worked for me was one day I was in the room and I don't know how we got on the subject, but they was talking about the program that they just started, her and Kamel, and I was like, oh my God, I would love to do that. But at the time, I just broke my ankles. Not one ankle, guys, but both of my ankles. And I had surgery on my left ankle going down my steps, skipped a couple of steps outside and broke my ankles. I had nothing else to do that day. And I was already had in my mind, okay, I needed to lose weight. But once that happened, got depressed or whatever, sat back and I was just eating. Whatever everybody was bringing me, I was eating that and plus some. Gained more weight. So, didn't know what to do. But when Tina and them was willing to even to help me, and mind you, I'm still in a wheelchair. I can go from my lounge chair to my wheelchair and maybe stand up in my walker to go from my portable commode back to the wheelchair and back to the chair. So I started working out with them 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was just doing basic exercise with my arms. So finally, I was able to stand. So I was standing for a while, started exercising with them. But in the beginning, Tina didn't have that much faith in me, y'all. She thought I wasn't working the program. I was working it more than what she thought because I did not want her work nor Carmel's work to go in vain. They was willing to help me, being not able to move as much, and I really wanted to put my all into it because I was just like, oh my God, they really want to do this.
Guys, I gotta cut her off real quick because I was ready to cut her in like the third week. Because I was like, send us pictures of your food. And she wouldn't send pictures. And I'm like, Carmel, I'm ready to cut her. Like, we're doing all this stuff, blah, 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 guys. And then she's like, oh, I lost X amount of pounds. Go ahead with your story.
Yes. I wound up dropping, a little over 20. I dropped over 20 pounds in almost a month time. And she couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I kept getting off and on the scale, hopping on and off the scale to really say, did I do this? Did I really drop that much weight? And I was just that determined. I was determined to say I can do this and not even realizing how focused I was. She gave me her journal. She has a journal that she gives her clients. And in that journal, she gives you a routine, your morning routine, your evening routine, what you doing, how you doing it, your measurement. So I was doing it, but I wasn't doing the pictures. I wasn't sending my pictures in. I was doing everything, but I wasn't sending it to her as they asked me to do until she noticed I was really doing what she was telling me to do and then some. So all that to go into now. At that time, I was in like a 22, 24.
We lost you, Mama. All we heard was 22, 20. We only heard 22, 24.
Okay, I was in the size 22, 24. This was in March. To today, the other day, when I was doing my little modeling, taking pictures, I'm down to a size 16, guys. I was 16. I stopped weighing myself. Because the numbers wasn't moving. I wasn't being satisfied by the numbers. And I said, Tina, I'm not weighing myself. I don't want to weigh myself. So finally, I went and I tried on some clothes. I'm like, oh, okay, this fits good. And I had a pair of jeans I didn't wear in almost 3 years. Those was a size 16. Ladies, when I put those black jeans on, that was fine. But when it got me, when I took that zipper and I zippered those suckers up, and then I buttoned it without holding my breath, I was happy. Ooh, I was happy.
Was it as hard as you thought it was? Because a lot of people are nervous to try. They're scared. What's a piece of advice you can share to someone who wants to lose weight? They want to get fit. They want to get off the medications. What can you share with them as a closing remark?
Guys, I can't say it wasn't hard. It's what everybody was talking about. It's the mind. You have to. Tina asked me. She told me to send her some things on my weight loss and why I was doing it. It's my mind. When you get tired of being tired, you're gonna do whatever you need to do, and you have to set up. I didn't even set a goal. I just did it because for me breaking my ankles and me, I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandmother of 8. And I want to see my grandkids. I want to be able to run with them. And I want to see them have kids. So I want to be here for a long time. And when I'm here, I want to be healthy. I want to be a healthy me. Was it easy? No. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't easy. Is it worth it? Yes. Hell yes, it's worth it all. So if it's someone that's listening to me and you want to do it, start. Start. If you're just walking for 5 or 10 minutes, start somewhere. That's all that matters if you just start. So that's my closing remark.
Thank you. I thought I heard someone. Did I hear someone? All right, guys. So to wrap up today, as you heard, we were talking about, are you stuck? And we are not stuck. We're adding a third word, mindset, heart set, and habits. These three things combined are the things that are going to get you unstuck. I use a mind and body transformation program to help get you unstuck. I work with women over 40, and I want to thank each and every one of you that came into this space today. I also want to thank each and every one of you that have supported my goal, my dream to send these sneakers to Nigeria and to get them going there. Also, Carmel must be talking about me. Christina is about to hop on and share with you a little bit about the Mon Link. Unless someone wants to share their thoughts about the topic, you can raise your hand. You can unmic. I'm going to check the comments here to see if I missed anything. Don't forget, you can click in the chat. Health Wells has her program 90% off. I hear someone unmicing. Let me read what Truly put here. With all the trauma I had to overcome, I had to change my mind first. Mindset allowed me to overcome or add value to good or bad habits. The word of God. Yes, we didn't talk about God today. God is number one. God is first. Let's just get that clear. The word of God shares, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, come through. Can someone give me a Bible verse? Can we get a Bible verse in here? Healthy mindset teaches me to want an overall healthy well-being, mind, body, spirit. Wow, this stuff is deep, guys. This health and wellness and it's layers and layers upon layers. Guys, tap into the person next to above you. I'm giving Nazri a follow. Thank you for coming to our space, Nazri. I'm giving Momo. Hey, Momo. How you doing, Momo? I love that name. Giving you a follow. Thank you all for coming through. Sandra, Adria, Miss, Shaquita, Flower, Pastor Safe, Daniela, everyone up on the stage. All right. Anyone else on stage want to say anything? On mic, I see you, Health. Go for it.
I just wanted to undergird so we don't let what Cynthia said go by when she said just get started, even if it's just 5 minutes, because here's something that a lot of people don't realize. In 38 seconds, your body has a physiological positive health response to movement. So in 38, so a minute of exercise is better than no minutes of exercise. You deliver more oxygen, you deliver more nutrients in just that minute. So Cynthia is absolutely correct. Just start where you are, even if it's 1 minute or 5 minutes. It is worthy and it is doing something. Thank you. Woo!
And guys, I just have to say, this health girl right here, she was on the dance floor. Just let me tell you, you think she was back in her college days. I didn't see her in college, but she was twerking, she was jerking, she was doing it all. You had some fun there, Health, didn't you? On the dance floor. She probably can't find her mic.
Yes, ma'am.
You put all your business out there.
She sure did.
You just put all the business out there, Health.
Yes, Health was, I thought I was having fun. I was like, okay, come through. All righty, guys. So,
Hold on,
go ahead.
Tina. There's something really important that I want to say. Because in life, we get to choose our path. And there's what we decide to do. There's what people tell us to do. And what I love about Cynthia's story is that she almost got fired for being silent, but she was doing the work. I was in an arena where my physical therapist, the chiropractor, the doctor, everybody told me to sit down. And I got in the mindset where I'm like, well, I can't do anything. They didn't even want me to walk. I'm like, can I play golf? No. Can I do this? No. And you can get immersed and you can get lost, maybe that's the right way to say, in all of these no's, especially when they're coming from your professionals, your health professionals. I love, Cynthia, that broken ankles and all, you moved your body, you did something. That is the inspiration that I hope that whoever's here or in the replays can catch and walk away with. That no matter where we are, there is something we can do. And I know that the shift for me
was moving away from the negative voices and the no's and the doubters and the can'ts and the I wouldn'ts to surrounding myself by the Tinas and the Healths and the Pamskis and all of the yeses, all of the find a ways. That is the big kick in the brain that I needed to go find my solution. And when I did, I started seeing changes. So with that, I yield. What do they say about the candidates? So to Tina's commercial, to Tina's promotion, I endorse this message. She's a rock star, and she will love you. If you trust her with you, she will love you and take care of you. She won't just work with you. She will love on you. I yield.
Oh, we love you. Renee sent me a Bible scripture, Acts 1:8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere. Thank you, Renee. Anyone else want to share before we get out of here today on this fabulous Friday? Before I pass to her, can I get some dancing emojis? Can we see some dancers? Camille's coming up here. Woo-dee-woo! Guys, it's another fit sister.
I want to post my picture with like you, and I have one with Renee, and then I have one with Shantae. I can't even pick. And then Megan. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, where was this picture? Where was this one you took? I like that background.
Oh, that was my sister Queens and I just before we got in the van to go over.
Guys, she was another one.
This was our strategic way of how to take a picture without having somebody to take a picture for us.
Huh?
It was fun times.
She was another one on the dance floor with being wild gals. Her and Health on the dance floor being wild. Camille, as we end here, we're talking about mindset or habits, and then we threw in heart set in regards to getting unstuck. What are your thoughts on that real quick before we get out of here? You have a thought?
Really quick on that is, in order for you to build up a new habit, it starts in the mindset, and that starts with through having your burning desire, your huge why, and repetition, consistency, accountability, because I feel like you can't get anything, you can't change your habit without repetition. And what was the last one with the heart?
Yeah, Health brought that one to us, your heart. Like that's the difference between Michael Jordan and Kobe. Their heart is in it.
Yeah, so you know what? That's what that's what all of the greats of greats, whether they talked about it or they've done it themselves, the number one thing that they had was that burning desire, that passion, that heart. This was a part of their DNA to become whatever they were working to do. And when I talk about repetition, look at Kobe Bryant, look at Michael Jackson. Even Michael Jackson, gosh darn it, because he was passionate what he did. But even in Michael Jordan even showed it in his documentary that even in training, he would go out there like as if it was the NBA playoffs because he was so passionate about it. So it was through repetition, repeating the acts that he desires to become. He desired to become a champion. Even he tasted defeat, right? He tasted it. He realized that he didn't want it. That's not what he wanted. So he became determined, and through determination, repetition, and getting accountabilities, which are your coaches, which are your players or everybody else, and that goes with even in business and in life. You know, we have our coaches when it comes to fitness. We have our coach when it comes to business. We have our coaches when it comes to our religion. We have our bishops, our pastors, our doctors, and all of the above. So truly, you have to have your heart into it and know that it takes repetition, continuous progress in mastering that passion. And it's through that passion that will build up that determination. And it's through that accountability that's going to push you to that next level. That's going to tell you, hey, Tina, you're being a little bit too stagnant. Maybe we need to do it this way. So that's the way I see it. I hope I brought some value in this last.
You did, girl. You did, guys.
This was on track.
Yeah, so on track. This is a masterclass, guys. You're getting so much poured into you about mindset. And I see a couple people came through at the last minute. Would you like to share before we get out of here, Chris or Trey? We're talking about mindset, heart set, or habits. What are the things? What are your thoughts on that? If you want to share real quick.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for allowing me as a male to come up. I just want to say, you ladies are powerful. So congratulations on all your success. And I hope you guys are continuing to be productive. So the topic, why are we stuck? Mindset or habits? I think the question it starts with the question, why am I stuck? I'm stuck because I'm telling myself that I'm stuck. It starts there. Words are powerful. Words will change things. So if you say that you're stuck, you're stuck. And if you find yourself in a challenging situation and you don't want to be stuck, focus your mindset on where you want to be, not what the problem is. I think we get so caught up in focusing our energy on what we don't want, and we're working so hard to get out of that situation that we never really give ourselves a chance, give ourselves grace to focus on what we actually do want. I used to be a flight attendant, and pilots are trained to focus on where they're going, not where they're not going. Because if you're flying at 700 miles per hour and you never want to pay attention to where you're not trying to go, because that can be catastrophic. So you always want to focus on where you are looking to go, always. And I think it works the same way in life, in your mindset. A pilot controls the aircraft through that joystick. And I look at that joystick as the mind. If I focus on the negativity, if I focus on lack, I'm pushing that joystick forward and the aircraft is pointing down. I'm losing altitude. If I pull it back, I'm focusing my mind on the positive. I'm attracting positive thoughts and I'm gaining altitude. So that's mindset right there. Simple, straight to the point. And habits. We say that we want to make a change. We say that we want to do these things, whatever that might be. Talk is cheap. What action are you taking to back up what you actually want? And I think so many of us, I'm speaking from what I see, we spend so much time on Clubhouse. We spend so much time sharing and talking, but what are we doing to actually get to where we want to be? And that's my thoughts on the matter. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. I knew you'd have something to share. I remember you coming into my other rooms, Curtis. Thank you. Thank you. If anyone else wants to share before we get out of here, I'm so grateful.
I'm going to hop in real quick. Stars Tina. Oh my gosh, sister friend, my pink lady girlfriend. I love this topic because I'm all about that mind. Because what I've realized, the way that I was able to get myself to walk again, right, to heal from the paralysis is seeing it, believing it. So I had to have my mindset on the goal, right? And I had to not limit how I was going to get there or really keep taking back the reins, because every time I would take back the reins, right, and try to guide the ship too much, then I didn't leave enough room, flexibility for shifting and changing, because as we keep going forward and we learn more, we gain more wisdom, then things change and you're like, well, I thought I wanted or needed this, but then now I think I need this other way. So it's helpful to just leave room in the beautiful creativity from our forward thinking, because this is the thing, you guys, if you cannot see it, you're never going to have it. If you don't believe it, even a little mustard seed worth, then I promise you that seed can't be planted. So you must find ways to feel empowered, feel worthy, heal, create the place, whether it's your emotional body, right, that mental body, wherever the alignment needs to be readjusted so that you can actually believe you're worthy to receive it, start dreaming and and really visualizing the bigness and the greatness before you and where you want to go, right? And then trust and believe and just let the rest happen. It will come organically. Universe got your back. That's the way energy works. All is energy. It's a creative thing, and energy loves to be molded. So I'm excited to see everybody shift and mold. This is Trey tossing up my native talking mic.
Hey, thank you so much, Trey. So, guys, as we tend to end this room today, I just again want to thank everyone for coming through. Christina's going to talk a little bit more about the mom link if it's something you think you may be interested in. I say this is my favorite chapter, the best chapter.
Tina,
but
just check my picture because I decide that anytime somebody's talking, I'm going to change the picture.
I love it. I love it. You're so pretty. I had so much fun. They're doing another event in April, guys. They're just getting it going. I love it. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm throwing up the mic. I'm finished for this Friday. As I said, we're here every Friday, guys, 3 p.m., just working together as a team. Thank you, guys. Over to you, Christina.
Thank you, Stars Tina, and thank you to all of you on the stage for your participation.